You've seen big trucks before, but you probably never imagined that there are military machines so colossal they require special lanes just to turn around. Designed meticulously to carry main battle tanks, launch strategic missiles, and cross the harshest, most unforgiving terrains on the planet, often operating where roads simply cease to exist. These extraordinary trucks operated in silence for years in highly classified military missions, the desolate frozen zones of the Arctic, and active war fronts across the globe. And the most curious part, most people don't even know they exist. If you are a true enthusiast of powerful machines, cutting-edge military technology, and feel that palpable nostalgia from a time when everything was built to last, then stick with me until the end, because what we've gathered and prepared for you here is going to fundamentally blow your mind. Ready to discover the 10 biggest and most capable military off-road trucks you've likely never heard of? Then buckle up, because the last one on this list is so massive, so revolutionary, and so unique, it'll genuinely leave you wondering, how is this even physically built? 19K714. At the height of the Cold War, the Soviet Union secretly rolled out a machine few people ever saw, but one that possessed the sheer power to shift the course of conflict in minutes. This was the 9K714 mobile missile system, a highly mobile ballistic missile platform built on one of the toughest chassis the USSR ever produced. Officially launched in 1979, this powerful missile transporter was based on the legendary MAZ-543 platform and manufactured by the Minsk Wheel Tractor Plant, MZKT. This truck was engineered from the ground up to be a true warhorse, capable of carrying the OTR-23 missile, nuclear or conventional, across any terrain. No existing road network was required. Underneath its imposing hood, it housed a formidable V12 diesel engine with 38.8 liters of displacement, producing around 525 horsepower and over 2,500 Newton-meters of torque. This was pure brute force, necessary for moving over 30 tons of structure, fuel, and missile payload with precision and control, even on the most challenging, unyielding terrain. It was equipped with a robust manual transmission with multiple specific gears and low-range ratios. The permanent 8-wheel drive system gave it truly unmatched grip in deep mud, thick snowdrifts, or shifting soft sand. The heavily reinforced independent suspension was critical, designed to keep the entire platform level for accurate missile launches. Visually, its presence was pure intimidation, wide, low-slung, and purposeful. The massive missile was carried securely inside a large, cylindrical container mounted directly on the frame. During top-secret operations, the highly trained crew worked in complete secrecy inside a sealed, protected cabin. This wasn't just a transport truck, it was a mobile nuclear deterrent built to respond quickly and decisively. When the United States eventually discovered the true operational range of the missile exceeded the declared figures, it became a key reason for the collapse of the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces (INF) Treaty, which had banned short and medium-range nuclear missiles. In short, this truck helped end one of the biggest disarmament agreements in modern history. Impressive? Just wait. The next one is an even tougher, more enduring machine, with off-road DNA forged in the rugged, icy terrain of Eastern Europe. 2. Tatra T813. Few people know this, but Czechoslovakia, during its time under Soviet influence, produced some of the most mechanically reliable military trucks in Eastern Europe. One name still commands immense respect: the Tatra T813, introduced in 1967. This rugged beast was known for its phenomenal endurance and its ability to handle extreme operations, particularly in conditions involving deep snow and thick ice. Built by the iconic manufacturer Tatra, the T813 featured their distinctive signature central backbone tube chassis and, crucially, independent suspension on all wheels. This advanced engineering gave the vehicle incredible torsional flexibility when traversing uneven terrain. It truly had a reputation for practically floating over major obstacles. At its powerful heart was a V12 air-cooled diesel engine with 17.6 liters of displacement. This air-cooled design was specifically engineered to withstand freezing temperatures without coolant issues. It delivered a reliable around 270 horsepower and 1,070 newton-meters of torque, power that was distributed through a full-time 8-wheel drive system with robust gearboxes built specifically for extreme mud and steep hills. While it may not have been the most horsepower-rich truck on this list, it more than made up for it with pure mechanical toughness. Its design philosophy allowed each wheel to adapt independently to the ground surface, a truly rare and sophisticated feature at the time. This capability made the T813 an immediate favorite for transporting vital military cargo, heavy artillery systems, and even light tanks, often navigating missions without needing a proper road. Crews who regularly operated it often recounted that the T813 simply never let them down, even when stuck deep in mountain mud or navigating treacherous icy roads for extended periods. In fact, because of its insane durability, many T813s are still remarkably in use today, found working in rural and mountainous regions of Slovakia, Ukraine, and other former Warsaw Pact nations. 3. MAN HX-77. When Germany decided to modernize its military truck fleet to meet the rigorous NATO standards, that initiative gave birth to the MAN HX-77. Introduced in 2005 as a vital part of the next-generation HX series of heavy logistics vehicles, the HX-77 was built with joint operations and logistical flexibility firmly in mind, designed for rapid deployment and intensive use in international missions and off-road deployment in virtually any global environment. Built by the specialized MAN Military Vehicles Division, the HX-77 features an 8-wheel drive layout with a highly modular design and the inherent ability to carry about 15 tons of payload. This massive capacity includes standard military cargo, international containers, heavy artillery parts, or full squads of fully equipped troops. Under the large, imposing bonnet, it runs on a MAN D2066 LF34, a 10.5-liter diesel engine producing around 440 horsepower and 2,100 newton-meters of torque. The engine is expertly paired with a modern automatic transmission that is fine-tuned for smooth, reliable gear shifts, even when climbing steep hills or operating fully loaded. The suspension utilizes semi-active parabolic springs, ideal for absorbing heavy impacts on extremely rough ground. Its full-time all-wheel drive allows the HX-77 to effortlessly handle deserts, dense forests, and high mountain paths without compromising mission time. Inside, the cabin was designed with crew protection and comfort in mind. The armored cab includes ergonomic seats and mine protection, offering both comfort and safety during long, hazardous missions. In action, the HX-77 is a common sight in NATO convoys globally, delivering critical supplies to hard-to-reach areas, from Afghanistan to the African Sahel region. MAN cleverly developed successful civilian and firefighting versions based heavily on the HX-77 platform, directly thanks to its renowned mechanical reliability and unparalleled load-handling capabilities. Speaking of convoys and logistics, the next truck on our list was built specifically for American military heavy transport missions. Think of it as a powerful tank with a ready-to-use flatbed trailer attached. 4. Oshkosh M911. By the late 1970s, the United States Army urgently recognized the need for a truck strong enough to haul its heaviest main battle tanks, armored vehicles, and large, heavy loads across the expansive deserts of the Middle East and between sprawling NATO bases around the world. The definitive answer came with the introduction of the M911, one of the most reliable military tractors ever conceived. Manufactured by the Oshkosh Corporation in partnership with the Crane Carrier Company, the M911 was officially launched in 1976 and rapidly became the standard for heavy logistics in the entire U.S. Army. It was designed to work in tandem with the M747 semi-trailer, forming a high-capacity set capable of reliably transporting armored vehicles like the M60 Patton and even the early generations of the M1 Abrams tank, with a total gross weight of up to an incredible 60 tons. Under the hood, the M911 is powerfully fueled by a Detroit Diesel 8V92A, a 12.1-liter V8 turbo diesel, delivering about 450 horsepower and a solid 1,900 newton-meters of torque. It was paired with a rugged automatic transmission built specifically to handle extended convoy operations under a constant full load. Unlike many contemporary European military trucks, the M911 features a robust 6x4 configuration, 6 wheels in total, with power delivered primarily to the 4 rear ones. While not the most extreme in pure off-road capability, its underlying structure was engineered to endure constant, heavy, punishing loads over immense distances, even in extreme heat. Visually, it has that classic American workhorse look, a low-slung cab and dual rear wheels on its axles. The deep, throaty rumble of the Detroit Diesel V8 engine quickly became the signature sound of heavy U.S. military convoys throughout the 1980s. Due to their legendary robustness, many M911 units were later officially released and converted for civilian use. Today, you can still find them highly sought after by collectors or actively working for specialized heavy transport companies across the U.S. and Latin America. 5. M2 5-Tank Recovery Vehicle. During the darkest days of World War II, the U.S. Army had a critical need for a vehicle capable of going all the way to the front lines, expertly recovering damaged vehicles, and then returning them all in a single safe trip. That's how the legendary M25 tank recovery vehicle was conceived and born in 1943. Designed by the Pacific Car and Foundry Company, the M25 was a specialized tractor-trailer combination built specifically to transport and recover medium tanks like the M4 Sherman. It was paired with the M15 trailer, forming a set capable of hauling up to 40 tons, even in a period when roads and infrastructure were barely developed or actively destroyed. This formidable beast was powered by a Hall-Scott 440, a specialized V12 gasoline engine with 18 liters of displacement, producing about 240 horsepower and 1,230 newton-meters of torque. This was ample power to move its own nearly 20-ton frame, not even factoring in the payload. The M25 had a 6-wheel drive system with heavily reinforced suspension using semi-elliptic springs, allowing it to competently tackle some of the roughest terrain of the European theater. Its fully armored cab provided crucial protection to the crew from shrapnel and light enemy fire, a truly rare and valuable feature for a transport vehicle at that time. Its battlefield presence was unmistakable, low, wide, and incredibly powerful, with massive tires and a front structure that often looked more like an early tank than a mere truck. It was not uncommon to witness an M25 pulling destroyed armor out from under active enemy fire, a true rescue machine operating in the heart of the war. One of these specific trucks was actually captured intact by German forces, who were reportedly so impressed with its robust engineering and capability that they immediately pressed it into service for their own supply and recovery lines. The restored ones can be seen today in military museums as icons of American wartime engineering. 6. MAZ 537. If there is one single truck that definitively became the symbol of Soviet brute force engineering, it is undoubtedly the MAZ 537. Launched officially in 1959, it was engineered and built specifically to haul ultra-heavy, strategic loads like ballistic missiles, the heaviest tanks of the era, and massive rocket components across any distance, whether paved roads existed or not. Originally produced by the Minsk Automobile Plant, MAZ, and later by KZKT, the MAZ 537 is nothing short of a legend on wheels. Its fundamental design allowed it to reliably operate in the most extreme environments, from the scorching Asian deserts to the deep, icy zones of the Arctic Circle. At its immense core is the D12A525A engine, a purpose-built 38.8-liter V12 diesel, producing around 525 horsepower and a staggering 2,550 newton-meters of torque. That raw, unbridled power was channeled to a full 8-wheel drive system, expertly enabling the MAZ 537 to move payloads of up to 50 tons, even when traversing completely unpaved surfaces. The truck's independent suspension and highly articulated axles were designed to constantly hug the terrain, meticulously maintaining stability on icy slopes, in deep mud, and on treacherous rocky trails. It employed a robust manual gearbox with multiple gears and essential low-range options for the toughest uphill hauls under a full load. Its appearance alone commands immediate respect: a short, very wide cab, massive diameter tires, and a low chassis. Critically, the engine is situated directly behind the cab, which helps balance the massive weight distribution, crucial when pulling enormous heavy payloads. During the decades of the Cold War, this specific truck was the primary platform used to transport ICBMs, heavy main battle tanks, and massive components for the Soviet space program. A MAZ 537 was once notoriously used to tow a Tupolev Tu-22M bomber, a 120-ton strategic aircraft, across a military airbase in Kazakhstan after a landing mishap. Modernized variants are still in active service in the most remote parts of Russia today. MAZ 7310. If the MAZ 537 was already an impressive feat of engineering, the MAZ 7310, which was launched shortly after in 1960, took the concept of a heavy strategic transporter even further. Developed by the same Minsk automobile plant, MAZ, it was designed to be more modular, more adaptable, and capable of handling an even wider range of heavy-duty military missions, ranging from carrying colossal ballistic missile systems to serving as the mobile base for enormous radar stations. This long, inherently robust platform quickly became the versatile foundation for several key Soviet military systems, including the famous Scud missile launchers, mobile command posts, and specialized extra-heavy cargo haulers. It utilized the same reliable D12A525AV diesel engine with 38.8 liters, 525 horsepower, and a torque of 2,550 newton-meters, a combination that proved to deliver brutal pulling power and guaranteed long-term reliability in the field. It featured a permanent 8-wheel drive system and heavy-duty suspension that consistently allowed the truck to function effectively on deep mud, snow, sand, or heavily uneven terrain, even with maximum payloads of up to 20 tons. The unique double cab was configured to hold up to 4 personnel, and in some specialized versions, it included onboard electronics necessary to manage complex missile launch operations. The 7310 was visually dominant, measuring over 12 meters, 39 feet, long with enormous tires and a dramatically stretched frame built explicitly for endurance. The engine, as with other heavy MAZ trucks, was strategically placed behind the cab for superior weight balance. The MAZ 7310 was critically used to transport massive Soyuz rocket components between manufacturing facilities and launch sites during the 1970s. This fact proves that this machine was valuable, not just for its military use, but also as an indispensable backbone of the Soviet space race effort. 8 KZ KT 7428. When the Soviet Union had the critical need to efficiently move its main battle tanks like the T-72 and the T-80 across immense distances without relying exclusively on the railroad network, it developed the specialized KZ-KT-7428, known operationally as the Rusik. Launched in 1981, this colossal machine was meticulously engineered as a heavy-duty tractor capable of hauling specialized trailers that, when combined, could exceed an astounding 90 tons. Built by the KZ-KT Kurgan wheel tractor plant, the 7428 quickly became one of the most powerful trucks ever used by the Russian armed forces. It played an absolutely critical logistical role throughout the 1980s and 1990s, especially in the most rough and demanding terrains, like the Caucasus Mountains and deep Siberia. Its power source was a YAMS 8401-10 V12 turbo diesel with 38.9 liters of displacement, forcefully producing 650 horsepower and an enormous 2,700 Newton-meters of torque. This incredible power output gave it the unique ability to start moving, even on steep inclines, while fully loaded, a display of pure mechanical muscle. Though it had a seemingly basic 4x4 drivetrain, it featured intelligent differentials and heavy-duty coil spring suspension, which gave it surprising and effective off-road performance even when pulling massive military loads. The cab was unusually spacious, featuring 2 main seats and a rest area for extended journeys, and some variants included light armor for missions in active conflict zones. One of its most distinctive visual features was its elevated stance, equipped with gigantic tires and oversized fuel tanks that allowed it to travel over 1,000 kilometers on a single fuel fill-up. The 7428 was exported to key Russian allies like Syria, India, and North Korea, where it continues to support heavy military transport missions. In 1995, a highly modified version of the Rusich was used to successfully tow massive satellite launch equipment during the final, complex years of the Soviet mobile missile program. Heavy, stable, and nearly indestructible, it could pull almost anything. 9MZK 74135. Now, we are entering the territory of modern, current-generation super heavy-duty military trucks, and few are more capable or technologically advanced than the MZKT 74135, which was introduced in the early 2000s. Built by the expert engineers at the MZKT Minsk wheel tractor plant in Belarus, this modern Titan was specifically designed to tow ultra-heavy combat loads like the T-90 and T-14 Armata tanks with full off-road mobility and guaranteed battlefield readiness. It is powered by a high-tech Caterpillar C18, a turbocharged inline 6-cylinder diesel with 18.1 liters of displacement, delivering a colossal around 700 horsepower and a monstrous 3,200 Newton-meters of torque. This immense power is seamlessly paired with an automatic transmission and selectable drive modes, allowing it to expertly adapt to everything from muddy, slippery trails to high-speed paved roads. The standard drivetrain is 8x8, but it can be configured with extra axles for support, totaling 12 wheels in some specialized versions. The highly reinforced suspension system, featuring advanced hydraulic dampers, ensures perfect high-speed stability even when carrying full payloads. The cabin is state-of-the-art and packed with technology: climate control, integrated GPS navigation, digital monitoring systems, and partial ballistic protection to shield the crew during high-risk operations. Some models even feature dedicated crew rest compartments. It was designed to tow the specialized CHM ZAP 990 trailer, which can handle up to 70 tons of armored vehicles. With this heavy setup, the MZKT 74135 can travel over 1,200 kilometers without refueling, with minimal loss of traction along the way. This truck is so immensely powerful and stable that it has been successfully used to transport entire prefabricated mobile bridge sections to be rapidly deployed in combat zones or disaster relief areas. The MZKT 74135 is the modern heir to the Soviet monster legacy. 10. KAZ 7850. If there is one single military truck that looks like it defies physics but definitively exists, it is the KAMAZ 7850. Developed by KAMAZ in a critical partnership with Russia's military-industrial complex, this absolute monster began its development in the mid-2000s, with its first top-secret prototypes appearing around 2008 under a deep veil of military secrecy. The 7850 isn't just a truck. It is the core, vital component of a fully modular, heavy platform specifically designed to carry strategic weapon systems like massive intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, immense heavy radar systems, and mobile command centers. It is, quite literally, a rolling, heavily protected base for high-end strategic warfare. It is powered by a specialized YAMS 8401.10 V12 diesel with 38.9 liters of displacement, forcefully pushing out 800 horsepower and an unbelievable 3,400 Newton-meters of torque. This engine is built for continuous, sustained operation under the most extreme loads and is designed to reliably roll across hundreds of kilometers through deep ice, thick mud, shifting sand, and mountains. But the traction system is where this vehicle truly stands out as revolutionary. It utilizes up to 16 wheels with full all-wheel drive configurations of either 8x8 or 12x12, depending on the specific mission requirements. Each axle is engineered to handle massive pressure, and the independent suspension with advanced hydraulic dampers allows the KAMAZ 7850 to cross heavily uneven terrain without losing its critical balance or stability. The full-size version exceeds a stunning 20 meters, 65 feet, in length and is nearly 3.5 meters, 11.5 feet, wide, making it one of the largest wheeled military vehicles ever built. When parked next to a normal truck, it truly looks more like a moving building. For national security reasons, the KAMAZ 7850 has never been publicly shown in live official operations. However, experts believe it is already fully deployed and operational across secret Russian strategic bases. In 2014, a satellite image captured a convoy of KAMAZ 7850s moving across remote Siberia, reportedly carrying a new mobile anti-aircraft system. This truck has become a modern legend, a mobile fortress. And there you have it, a definitive, in-depth lineup of the 10 largest and most strategically significant military off-road trucks you probably never even knew existed. Machines built not just to carry weight, but to carry entire national missions. Vehicles designed to roll through frozen forests, endless deserts, and across volatile war zones, hauling everything from tanks and missiles to troops and even entire mobile bases. These aren't just mere trucks. They are true icons of robust, enduring engineering, built to last, survive, and dominate terrain where most people would never dare to venture. Now tell me in the comments, which one of these unbelievable beasts impressed you the most with its power and engineering? If you enjoy deep dive content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell icon, because every single week we bring you new videos about the most incredible heavy-duty machines that dominate extreme terrain around the world. See you in the next video.